So do you think people, when you have a neural link with 10,000, 100,000 channels, most of the use cases will be communication with AI systems?
Well, if it's assuming that they're not, I mean, they're solving basic neurological issues that people have. You know, if they've got damaged neurons in their spinal cord or neck, or as is the case with the first two patients, then this obviously the first order business is solving fundamental neuron damage in the spinal cord, neck, or in the brain itself. So, a second product is called Blindsight, which is to enable people who are completely blind, lost both eyes or optic nerve, or just can't see at all, to be able to see by directly triggering the neurons in the visual cortex. So we're just starting at the basics here. This is like the simple stuff, relatively speaking, is solving neuron damage. It can also solve, I think, probably schizophrenia. If people have seizures of some kind, it can probably solve that. It could help with memory. There's like a kind of a tech tree, if you will, of like you got the basics. Like you need literacy before you can have, Lord of the Rings.
Got it.
Do you have letters and alphabet? Okay, great. Words, then eventually you get sagas. So, I think there may be some, things to worry about in the future, but the first several years are really just solving basic neurological damage. Like for people who have essentially complete or near complete loss from the brain to the body, like Stephen Hawking would be an example. The neural links would be incredibly profound, because you can imagine if Stephen Hawking could communicate as fast as we're communicating, perhaps faster, and that's certainly possible, probable, in fact, likely, I'd say.
So there's a kind of dual track of medical and non-medical, meaning, so everything you've talked about could be applied to people who are non-disabled in the future.
The logical thing to do a sensible thing to do is to sort of solving basic neuron damage issues.
Yes.
Because there's obviously some risk with the new device. You can't get the risk down to zero. It's not possible. So you want to have the highest possible reward, given there's a certain irreducible risk. And if somebody's able to have a profound improvement in their communication, that's worth the risk.
As you get the risk down.
Yeah, as you get the risk down, and once the risk is down to if you have like thousands of people that have been using it for years, and the risk is minimal, then perhaps at that point you could consider saying, okay, let's aim for augmentation. Now I think we're actually going to aim for augmentation with people who have neuron damage. So we're not just aiming to give people a communication data rate equivalent to normal humans. We're aiming to give people who have, quadriplegic or maybe have complete loss of the connection to the brain and body, a communication data rate that exceeds normal humans. While we're in there, why not? Let's give people superpowers.
And the same for vision. As you restore vision, there could be aspects of that restoration that are superhuman.
Yeah, at first the vision restoration will be low res, because you have to say, like, how many neurons can you put in there and trigger, and you can do things where you adjust the electric field. So, like, even if you've got, say, 10,000 neurons, it's not just 10,000 pixels, because you can adjust the field between the neurons and do them in patterns in order to get, have say 10,000 electrodes effectively give you, I don't know, maybe like having a megapixel or a 10 megapixel situation. So, and then over time, I think you get to higher resolution than human eyes, and you could also see in different wavelengths. So like Geordie LaForge from Star Trek, had like the thing. You could just, like, do you want to see in radar? No problem. You can see ultraviolet, infrared, eagle vision, whatever you want.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. That is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is. Bahashem, meaning in the name. Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. To the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans here in the Western Hemisphere, and to the rest that is scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth who look like the other nations, but through the patrilineal lineage go back to the Hebrew Israelites, okay? And the little clip that was played from you was from a, podcaster by the name of Lex, and he had the guy who's behind Neuralink come onto his podcast and speak on his, latest Neuralink technology called blind sight, okay? It's said to restore sight to the visually impaired or blind altogether, you see? And eventually they want to have it as a dual purpose, but it's going to lead actually to the main purpose, which is what? To give whoever receive it superhuman-like powers, okay? The guy said you can have vision such as the dude off of Star Trek. You can have infrared vision, night vision, eagle hawk vision, and so on and so forth. And it can cure, it's going to be able to cure seizures, any type of thing, okay? And now here we have the second patient has just been, implanted with this, okay? So I'm under the belief that these patients that they're getting, is nothing wrong with them, okay? And contrary, don't be surprised when they bring one in and you see that individual get up and walk and they give it accredited to this brain micro CHIP, okay? And also don't be surprised if you start seeing things out on your everyday, normal walk and you see things start happening with these people and you call them or you contributed to them as being super beings, okay? You may have a person that can, unlock a car and save a baby from getting heat stroke. Or you may have an individual that can see through the wall and save a elderly woman from, a burning building or whatever, okay? And they may contribute it to this micro CHIP that they got implanted in their brain, okay? Or in their forehead, all right? So don't be surprised, okay? If you start to see these things, on an uptake, all right? But as of right now, they're just playing the card as we just trying to, facilitate this technology and this assistance to those that need it that are, how do I say, not legally blind, but, visually impaired, okay? And this is from the article, Fierce, and it reads, Elon Musk says Neuralink implanted its brain computer CHIP in second patient, all right? So here's the second patient that just, received this implant. It says Neuralink has implanted its device in a second patient, according to the startup owner, Elon Musk. The company's brain-computer interface technology is designed to give paralyzed patients the ability to control digital devices using only their minds, you see. And this is acceptable for the media or for the mass to, accept it as it not being something that's, autonomous, like self-controlling, okay? Because why? It's perceiving as doing a good cause, as opposed to just coming forth out, just as opposed to coming just upright forth out with it and saying, hey, this technology is going to give you superhuman like powers. You can see through walls, you can, lift twice your body weight, all type of things. No, they got to come out with the narrative that, hey, we are trying to help those that are, impaired or don't have the ability to be independent on their own, okay? And they're doing a good job because now this is the second patient that has received this implant, and the owner behind this is on a well-known podcast speaking on it, okay? It says, Friday must-told podcaster Lex freed the second patient also, Slaki, the second participant also had a spinal cord injury, similar to the first patient, okay? And I'm not putting anything past any one of these patients or participants, because at one point in time, it's going to come a time where, hey, they're going to get up and walk, okay? And that's going to take everybody by surprise. That's going to pretty much seal the fate of those that were on the, fence on whether or not this is a good thing or a bad thing, to actually see something like this in action and see somebody in a wheelchair get up and walk, okay? Don't be surprised, like I said, Esau is putting this on his stage, okay? You can't believe anything your eyes see, all right? And he's getting ready to bring it to the main stage, which is life, okay? So you may see individuals that you thought for the longest was paralyzed and not able to walk or hear or see, all of a sudden being able to walk, hear, and see, okay? And, even more, okay? Like the guy said, infrared vision, like the dude off of Star Trek, all right? So it says the second participant also had a spinal cord injury similar to the first patient. Reuters reported Musk said 400 of the implant's electrodes on the second patient brain are showing signals. The N1 implant includes 1,024 electrodes distributed among 64 threads, according to the company website. So you can see how this man is tinkering with the, human body, okay? And it's all for the, cause of science, I guess they can say it, okay? To help, better this person's life, all right? Or so that's how they giving it to you, the people, to believe, all right? Those of us that in the truth, we already know what's going on and what's getting ready to come on, okay? This is going to be, this technology is going to be aided in the, sense that, hey, they're creating super soldiers to go up against the elect, okay? That's going to be able to, look through walls, spot the elect, hey, even get a heightened sense of, strength, because it's all going to mess with their brains, okay? That this technology is going to send wave signals and wave links to the brain that could give that person a temporary boost of superpowers, okay? And they're not bringing forth this technology just to give it to some person that was born blind. No, they're bringing forth this technology to get ready to go to war with the saints of the Most High, okay? You see, we know, pursuant to prophecy, that these troops are going to come in like a flood, and they're going to come in, with this technology inserted and implanted in them, okay? They're not coming, as some regular, what you know as now, military personnel. No, they're coming with, capabilities, like the guy said, capable of what you see on Star Trek, and not just Star Trek, but other super phenomenon movies, man. So they getting ready. They getting the technology, together, and they're getting the public or the mass to get behind it and back it. Because why? They're seemingly doing good for the, for the public, for the people, okay? Somebody who wasn't able to see can now see. Someone who that was, having seizures, no longer having seizures, and so on and so forth. And they're going to keep, pushing this narrative until they get the whole public, behind them. Okay? So let's get a few precepts and let's take it from there. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 17. And it reads, "In the dragon." What is the dragon? This Roman Empire, spearheaded by Esau Edom. Okay? It says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman." Who is the woman? Okay, Israel. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American. "And went to make war with the remnant of her seed." And that's what he's getting prepared for right now. He's getting prepared to go and make war with the remnant of her seed. That what? which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. So what we're witnessing right here firsthand is Esau technology that he's putting together and stringing along to get ready for what he know is coming, inevitable, okay? Which is the return of Yahweh Shai and the elect being risen and given that spiritual power on this side. You see, he's coming, all right? Make no mistake about it. And the technology he used will be implemented in that time, okay? He's going to have his military. He's going to have, free fighters that want to get and, get a piece of it and, probably get compensated handsomely for their service, and he may even have some of Jake, okay? Because who knows exactly what's going to be the benefits that he may give to those who sign up for this task at hand to come up against those that keep the commandments, okay? The saints, all right, of the Most High. Who knows what he may give as a reward for doing so, all right? But we do know he is getting ready to make his move, okay? And he's using this technology that he was given to him, all right? So this is Isaiah 59 and verse 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Right, so the enemy is going to come in. He's going to come in like a flood and look to get as many of those of our people that is not under that hedge of Yahweh taken out, okay? But he really wants to get the elect, all right? But the Most High is going to lift up a standard with that warlike spiritual power on this side, you see? And Esau Edom is getting his super soldiers in order and place for this particular time, okay? You seeing the technology put on display right in front of your eyes, man. Okay, you can believe that they're just using this technology just for, the well-being of the average Joe who is a quadriplegic or has issues with seeing or that was born blind or have seizures. No, this man is getting the technology and he's putting on trial for that time where he gets ready to come in like that flood, you see? So it's on our behalf to get our people prepared and warn and tell them exactly what's getting ready to go down, man. Because Esau Edom is getting ready to make his move, okay? And if you don't have that hedge, you're going to be taken out, all right? If the Most High isn't dealing with you, all right? And Esau Edom, he isn't worrying about an average 2/3 Jake. No, man, he wants his technology, comparable with the technology that he thinks that the Most High has given him. He wants his technology comparable with the powers and spiritual powers that the Most High is going to give the elect. But he can't stand up against that, okay? But that doesn't mean he's not going to try, man, because one thing about Esau Edom, you got to understand, man, this man is the wicked of the wickedest, okay? He's going to try to come up against the Most High even if he knows he can't. Because why? He was fitted for destruction. That's what he was fitted to do, okay? So what makes you think he's not going to come with it, all right? He thinks through his technology that he can actually pose a threat to the Most High, all right? Let's get that in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, right, which is Esau Edom, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High. So through his technology, he has puffed up his pride to believe that he can outdo the Most High. In his eyes, he sit and says that he is the Most High. Okay, can give the capabilities and the abilities for someone who was never able to walk again, for someone who was never able to see again. You see, this is the pride of Esau Edom, okay? He thinks that he is the Most High through his technology, but what he fails to realize is the Most High gave him this technology and allowed him to receive this technology just so that the Most High can be exalted in the long run at the end, okay? The Most High want a good movie scene, so he raised up the villain Esau Edom with all this technology so that the audience, the public, the mass could see just how powerful the Most High is. And the Most High is going to use his only begotten Son and the elect to put forth on showcase just how powerful he is, okay? Because what are we doing right now? We're telling you about it, okay? But it's going to come a time where you're going to actually witness it and see it firsthand, all right? So it says, let no man deceive you, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. So we had to fall away from our identity, our homeland, and lose who we were in order for this day to come. It says what? And that man of sin be revealed. Who is what? Esau Edom, okay? It says the son of perdition, verse 4, listen, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High, okay? So he wants all honor and notoriety and credit given to himself, okay? He wants the world to bow down to him, particularly the elect, the saints, okay? He really wants to, get the saints, but he can't get us, okay? And we are that number. Now the 2/3 he's going to be able to get, because why? They have no hedge around them, because the time that they could have used to get themselves together, they, blew it. They squandered it away on things that didn't, produce fruit or bear good fruit. It says, verse 5, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. Now let's go down to verse 9. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. And this is speaking of Esau Edom, man. Okay? He is embodied as the physical manipart of the spiritual demon Satan, okay? This is Satan on earth and the physical counterpart, meaning what? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is the adversary against the saints and against the Most High, okay? And everything that he does is wicked, all right? So how much more this technology that he's putting and bringing forth and allowing to come out in these latter times, it's all wicked. But he's trying to sell you or convince you as the public that he's doing something good for the feeble, the weak, the ones that depend and want independence back, okay? So don't be surprised, like I said, man. You're going to start seeing stuff like you never seen before, okay? Miracles are what you perceive to be miracles being done by average, everyday, run-of-the-mill Joes, okay? Individuals that's unlocking car doors with babies stuck in it to prevent from being, getting heat strokes, or elderly women or elderly, individuals that's, somehow trapped in a car or in a house and can't get out, okay? And then they're going to interview them and they're going to start saying, oh, I got this brain implant inside me and I was able to hear that person yelling from a mile away. I was able to see through, a tree, somebody that was stuck up under it, okay? And the public's going to eat it up. Why? Because they're going to deem it as a miracle, not understanding that it's a lying wonder, okay? And that Esau Edom is just displaying his technology for the public to get familiar with it before he gets ready to, come in like the flood on the saints, okay? So it says, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Right, so that's all this device is a lying wonder, man. okay? Because it's giving you, the recipient or the participant, the idea of you actually being in control of your body movements, but it's the actual device that's controlling that, okay? You're just being a vessel used for the, you know, the glorification of this evil device, okay? Let's go there. 2 Corinthians 2:11. It reads what? Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we are prepared and ready to start seeing these lying wonders come more frequently and be reported more frequently on the news, you know, as it gets closer to this man getting ready to make his role, okay? As it gets closer to this man getting ready to go make war with the saints and come in like a flood, we're going to expect to hear and see more of these type of, you know, incidents being reported, okay? So that the public, the mass, can get more desensitized to what's getting ready to come, so that they can be justified in the eyes of the court of the public when they get ready to roll on the saints, okay? And you 2/3 Jakes, man, that think just because you deny the truth that Esau Edom is going to leave you alone, you sadly mistaken, because you pose a threat to his system as well, because at any point in time you could wake up, okay? So he want to take you out before you get that opportunity to actually come to and realize exactly what's going on, you see? So don't think just because you deny the truth that you're going to be saved under his system. No, he's going to take you out too as well, okay? Because if you deny the Savior, how much more is he going to think that you won't deny him and just, you know, tie up loose ends and get rid of you altogether, okay? So make no mistake about it. So let's read that again. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, okay? And we understand exactly through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai what this devil is up to, man. You see? So we can prepare in this time, this mercy and grace that is given to us, rebuilding up our faith, you know, so that we can, you know, handle the persecution and whatever else, you know, Esau Edom has to throw at us, okay? So that we can get through this, all right, through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, all right? So we ain't going to make it too much more longer. Matter of fact, we're going to wrap it up and close it up and go to 1 Peter 5:8. And it reads, 1 Peter chapter 5:8, be sober, be vigilant. Why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, okay? And if he can sell you the narrative that, hey, we're going to fix those that were born blind, plus give them the ability to see better than the average person with this augmentation, and those that can see, we can enhance their vision with this implant and even more, okay? We can up their strength by, you know, 0.25% or 50% or whatever, and doing so we can cut the fact of people having seizures and all type of ailments. If they would just but take this implant, he's gonna sell that, okay? And a lot of people are gonna buy it. Why? Because they have no clue on what's going on, only what they can see, okay? That's why we read, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, okay? Because if we have no idea, we can see how this looks good to the, you know, to the untrained eye, okay? But those of us that know and are in the truth, we understand and we see exactly what move that he's getting ready to make, okay? Through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, by giving us this truth, we know exactly what's getting ready to go down, all right? So that's why it says be sober, all right? If you're not sober, you're going to be what? Inebriated, okay? Falling over, stumbling. It says be vigilant. If you're not watching, what's going to happen? You're going to fall asleep and get caught. And then it says why? Because your adversary, the devil, when you go into the word devil, it just means deceiver, okay? He's deceiving the mass with this micro CHIP, this implant, okay? It says, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And if you can't see and you can't stand up straight, you're easy prey. You're easy target, all right? So with that being said, I pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.